you know how it is when you're struggling to find momentum. You're almost waiting for that bad thing to happen.
Swing and a miss, and Contreras shatters his bat. It splits lengthwise, and the big crowd in Seattle didn't like that.
A little frustration boiling over there for Contreras.
Yep, somebody got tossed, and Wilson's going to get his money's worth. A few parting shots as the designated hitter is ejected from the game.
Romuto saying it hit him.
But here's the best part. The umpire just took his word for it.
That is reviewable. See, Buddy doesn't have. Remember, the Rockies lost their challenge, so Buddy can't challenge it. You can't just say, hey, I got hit, and point to first.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's not backing off. And I understand why. Just what you said, Corey.
David Bell is not happy. And he's been ejected.
In between innings, Oliver Marmol and Will Little were having a not so pleasant conversation about the strike zone in the third inning, and Marmol has just been excused.
The conversation went on for a little bit too, and I basically think the whole thing here is, that's great, you gave us a pitch at the end, but you cost us a run with the bases loaded, and I think that's kind of the gist of this conversation right now.
Well, he got his money's worth, and Lance Barksdale comes in, breaks that up. Fourth career ejection for Marmol, his first this year.
Strike three called. And Nick's been thrown out of the ball game. He just put a mark down in the dirt as to where that pitch was. So he's been ejected.
For Zach Jacks. Brandon Hyde, I think. Well, let's see. Cedric Mullins maybe has been thrown out of the game. Brandon Hyde's out to defend it. That looked like a very quick hook from Malachi Moore. It's not like Cedric Mullins was complaining all night.
Yeah, and this is not like Cedric Mullins. You know, he hardly ever gets upset.
Brandon Hyde is as furious as we've seen him this year, and about as furious as we've seen him ever with the Orioles.
Oh, no.
And he's been thrown out.
Ball two. Lance Barrett ejects Austin Barnes. Frustrations and tempers boiling over.
You've got a pitcher struggling to find the zone. He throws this one, slider. Look like it.
Or we're going to find out who the third catcher is.
Yeah, you can tell how fired up Doc is right there. Not something you see very often.
They're shouting for Will Smith to get ready. What a mess. Feels like a great time for a promo. Will Smith might get ejected as soon as he gets out there.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stands in.
Called strike three, and Jazz has just been tossed. And now he'll exchange words with Jeff Nelson.
Well, Jeff Nelson had a couple of opportunities to throw him out in the third inning. And after Chisholm decided to bark again at a third strike call, this time he finally got a run.
I don't think anyone's ever struck out half a batter.
Nick Castellanos is barking at Nick Lentz from the dugout.
Yeah, Nick's going to get run. Yeah.
He just threw him out. I think he threw Nick out. I don't think he threw Kevin Long out. Yeah, here comes Rob Thompson. Well, I don't see Kevin, and Nick is still there, so maybe it was Kevin that was thrown out.
1-2. You're 35 years old. With that resume that you read, you are not going to be scared, and all of a sudden this has been building up.
He's saying the ball is that low and you're calling it a strike. You certainly let him have a say.
He got his money's worth.
And the crew chief, James Hoy, is trying to walk him back. Deep drive, center field. There it goes. See ya. A monster shot over the batter's eye. A solo home run for Judge, and the Yankees lead 7-0.
Goodness gracious.
Strike 3 call, the pitch that was up out of the box. 7 strikeouts for Freeland. Schwarber is not pleased about that. Rob has just been thrown out of this game. He was heated by from the time he stepped out of the dugout.
Can't blame him. I mean, that's an important at bat there.
Of course it is. Top of the 6th inning, runner in scoring position. It would have put 2 on for JT.
See you later.
And now Malinsky throws out somebody from the Yankee dugout.
Let's get out of here.
Looked like Boone was barking at him, but I don't know who got thrown out.
A little bit high. Oh! And Hosmer has been ejected.
Take a look at it one more time at strike 3 here on Hosmer. Jimenez, the home plate umpires, had a pretty big zone tonight. That one did flip the top of the zone. Split finger pitch with some frustration bubbling up, and for the first time this year a Cub has been ejected. 2 as a matter of fact, as Hosmer goes and then David Ross behind him.
Staying in the game. They have just ejected Bob Melvin. Melvin had been
And I think great players, great talents.
Runner goes, fisted, ground ball off the glove of Lindor as Meyer slid in.
See, Lindor tries to hold the bag.
And Showalter's been tossed.
Here in the 6th inning.
On the corner, ring him up and sit him down. And Segura's been ejected. Mark Rippiger runs him. As Gallen gets strikeout number 6 and strands 2. Segura is gone, and so are the Marlins in the 6th. We are still tied at 1.
Oh, got him again.
Come on, man. You can hear the reaction. And Torrey is barking into the Phillies dugout. Tony Perez-Chica steps in between. Torey Lovullo wants a piece of JT Realmuto, and the benches have emptied. They're coming in from the bullpens as well. Corbin Carroll, just named National League Player of the Week today, has been hit twice in 2 plate appearances by left-hander Matt Strahm. And now Torrey gets his face-to-face with the Phillies catcher. Now Matt Strahm is barking at somebody. Vic Caraponza maybe. Strahm is upset about something.
That's really good base running by both guys.
Now here comes somebody's been ejected, I believe, from the Diamondback dugout. Vic Caraponza just ejected someone.
That is in there. Wow. Strike 3 called, and Drury goes right in the face of Ramon DeJesus and gets thrown out of this game.
That wasn't a strike. I don't know. The Angels don't have many position players left now. That's not a strike.
And he takes strike 3 called. That was off the plate.
That's off the plate.
Now Phil Nevin's been ejected in this game, and rightfully so, as he is in the face of Phil Cuzzi, whose poor call to end the bottom of the 5th inning not only ended a rally, it cost the Angels a chance to have Mike Trout up with the bases loaded, and Phil Nevin is irate. This crowd here at Angel Stadium appreciating Phil Nevin going out there and standing up for his team.
Bill Miller just said to Aaron Nola, hey, you can't keep doing that. See, this is the first time we've seen this. Now Rob Thompson's coming out. Yeah, he's saying something to the home plate umpire and to Bill Miller. So this is the first time we've seen anybody contest a pitcher throwing baseballs out.
It's ridiculous.
Bill Miller is telling, Rob Thompson's been thrown out of this game.
Love it.
Look at this.
Love it.
Called strike. And you can see Stevenson. He's been ejected. Tyler Stevenson just got tossed.
I think he tossed David Bell.
What did Bell say?
He said that's high.
And that's it?
That's it.
7th ejection of the year, 27th of his career.
He stays in there, and there's another pitch that looks like it was elevated.
Another ejection.
Sweeney just got thrown out of the game by first base umpire Jeff Nelson. He made a motion. It looked like he flashed 3 fingers as if to say that's the 3rd time or whatever. Doesn't look good when an umpire is that defensive after a call like that. If you feel convicted that you made the right call, especially an umpire that's been around for a long time. Springer turning his head away convinced Jeff Nelson that he wasn't attempting to strike the ball.
There's that fastball in again. That's a strike tonight. He's either shooing away a cat or no, that's Ollie. Well, there have definitely been some unhappy Cardinals in this ball game. A couple of guys rung up on stuff. Ollie came out dead-faced.
Las Diaz immediately stepped out and waved his hand and said, "Get out." So Ollie's still there. Joe McEwing's still there. Dusty Blake is still there. And Las Diaz is still there as well.
Is that you talking? Get the hell out of here then.
Oh, somebody just got thrown out.
You're not going to yell no. Get out of here.
He's telling somebody to get out of here, and I'm going to tell you what that's about. That was an awful 3rd strike on Dominguez.
It was an awful count. It was ball 5, and this is what irritates me. I mean, you know, he's swearing at the dugout. We heard that. You got no right to do that as an umpire.
So Anthony Rizzo, who's on the IL, just got thrown out of the game. But he gave him the wave of the hand.
Yeah.
Rizzo gave it back.
Continued to compete. He's led 1-0, then fell behind 4-1. It's now 4-4. Too much time here is what C.B. Buckner is saying, and Kevin Cash is not in agreement with that. Kevin said, wait a minute. This was the hitter. Oh, Kevin has been ejected.
This started with pitches being called strikes against Ray hitters that were nowhere near the plate. That's where this started to build. And then after that,
Murphy leading things off in the bottom of the 6th, the 1-1. Check swing. They appeal, and C.B. Buckner says that he goes around, and Tom Murphy is not happy. And the count goes to 1-2, and now the home plate umpire is standing in between Murphy and Buckner is making a slow walk towards home plate. What is happening here? Did somebody get tossed? Here comes Scott Service. Did C.B. Buckner toss? He threw him out of the game. Buckner ejected Murphy, and now Scott Service. He just got run by the home plate umpire, Brian Walsh.
Well, while we were away, Aaron Boone has been thrown out of the game. He was just in the face of the home plate umpire, Edwin Moscoso. He keeps saying he's missed 4 calls. Now he's talking to the crew chief, Chris Guccione, who had to separate him from Moscoso. They were nose to nose, and now he's going back for more. He's already been thrown out.
Well, standing ovation for Aaron Boone. We knew that one of these managers was going.
It's early.
It's early.
Was walking to the Cardinals dugout, wasn't looking at Will Little, and he got run. Oliver Marmol came in to argue the strike zone. He got thrown out by Will Little here in the 3rd.
Well, I'll tell you what, Will Little needs to tuck the ears in a little bit. You're going to get that personal about a guy who's walking off, not eye contact, not showing you up between innings. And he had a couple of calls on Arenado. All he's telling him, look, it can't be down here under the zone and up here as well.
But he's a guy that's going to manipulate you with that off speed.
Luke Maley, I don't think he was ready for that. And David Bell pops out of the dugout and has a few words for Emil Jimenez, and that'll be the end of the day for David Bell. So neither manager will make it through this one.
For that too. Before the rule changes, he would get it and go. And I think
And David Bell, who's getting his money's worth. Third time he's been ejected this season. Second time in this series.
And I think this also stems from the other day with Clark Schmidt with the sticky stuff on his opposite hand. He is getting his money's worth. He's letting him know.
He started out relatively. His reactions like, come on, dude, let me get set.
And I think it's ball one, too, as well, that we're not seeing there.
Ooh, 98. Hello. Hello. Perdomo's staring him down for sure. We never know about history. And do that, and they've done that. They just tossed Perdomo. He's been tossed after the conference. If you think that you're through, and now Shelton's gone. You don't have to warn benches.
And a call, strike 3 at the knees. Trey did not think so. He's down looking. Phillies do tie it up, but a sac fly.
Go get him, Dusty.
Yes.
Go get him, Dusty.
We'll go to the 6th. It's a 1-1 game. As we were going to break, you saw the discussion, and then eventually he throws him out, and Trey's like, what are you talking about? I threw my bat and my helmet to the bat boy.
Yeah, you see right there, he said, I just threw my you-know-what to the bat boy.
For 7 with runners in scoring position in this ball game. Gets a call under the zone there with the slider. Didn't like it at all.
Cardinals bench is livid.
Strike 3. Really nice pitch at the knees. Now Brandon Hyde is reading the riot act to Hunter Wendelstedt. He must have been tossed. I mean, coming out and arguing balls and strikes like that, that's an automatic. Spend the rest of the night in the clubhouse, and it looks like that's where Brandon Hyde is going.
Visit to the mound, and Adrian Johnson was not overly demonstrative, but take a look.
Watch Kyle Snyder turn his attention to Adrian Johnson when he gets behind the scrum. Right there. Now he's talking to Adrian. Adrian says he top shelved him. Right there. That was it.
2-2 again. He did, and it's strike 3 called. Obviously, as you can tell from Springer's reaction, he didn't like it, and he just got tossed out of the game. So now the Blue Jays have lost arguably their hottest hitter, and now John Schneider's been tossed out of the game.
1-2. Another grounder to the hole. Henderson long throw.
Well, you're out.
Is he out?
Oh, he threw him out. Did he get tossed?
And I think Edwin Moscoso threw him out of the game.
Well, you don't want to let him get suspended. Well, Jason, as you know, this looks familiar for me.
I was going to say, Earl obviously couldn't be here for the big 83 weekend, and obviously it was out the belly in 83, but Earl's team.
Well, all you got to do is look over your shoulder if you're managing the Orioles, and Earl's plaque's on it.
Managing duties of Freddie Gonzalez for the rest of this one. Now, Edwin Moscoso made the safe call, and Brandon Hyde starting to walk away, and then Edwin Moscoso dumped him.
There they go. 3-2 is strike 3.
2 on, nobody out, but no runs for the Giants. We'll go to the bottom of the third, and JD, I think he just got tossed out of the game. Well, this was the pitch that had JD Davis so hacked off, but I don't think it was only this, Javi. That was called strike 3. He was sure it was a ball. John Tumpane, after JD just kept jawing at him, and Tumpane pretty quick tossed him out of the game. Two times. JD was furious about that, and it wasn't over there. Gabe Kapler came out, and he was unhappy with the quick ejection, and then he gets tossed. Kapler and JD out of the game.
And Bieber is hit by the pitch. Now, did he swing? They say no swing. I don't think he's hit by the pitch, and the bases are loaded. They check it out with the first base umpire, and Buck is incensed. He says absolutely he swung. That's a swing. That should be a strike. Meanwhile, Buck is out talking to Ron Culpa, and now they're going chin to chin.
And he's going to get a run.
And now he has been thrown out, which I think was his intention.
How about this down the line from Dominic? Away from first, and
he's safe.
They're going to call him out?
No way.
For going out of the baseline?
Are we there? Seriously? Oh, this is awful.
Davey's going to have to be careful with his demonstration here not to get tossed, but you're trying to elude the catcher on a throw that took the catcher into foul ground.
Oh, look at me. I could throw you out.
At least he combed his hair today.
I don't know.
And again, you wonder about, Bay is just tossed. G1 Bay is thrown out.
Yeah, that pitch was in, and Bay went wild on Jeremy Rayak, who immediately threw him out of the game. Whatever he said, the home plate umpire didn't like it immediately.
Some kind of a magic word. He got tossed without even arguing.
Mid at bat.
Payoff again to Bush, and this time he strikes out. A frustrated Stanek looks back and gets ejected by the second base umpire, Junior Valentine, after arguing that balk, which brought the go-ahead run home. Valentine is having none of it. Joshua Miller comes out to grab Stanek. Manny Gonzalez, the crew chief, has to step in front of Stanek. And that's going to do it in what was a wild 8th inning in an already wild Saturday on Chavez Ravine.
Rocco Baldelli came out to try to keep Joey Gallo in the game. Eventually was tossed, letting off some steam. And then as Gallo took the field, crossed the line, he had something to say to David Rackley, and Rackley threw him out anyway. So both the manager and the struck out player have been ejected.
It's a tough one here. Rocco obviously frustrated, wondering why, it's anywhere near where Gallo was at, but that's why Rocco went out there, was to try and keep Gallo in the game. He went out there to protect his player.
6 straight have reached with 2 outs, and it's 4-1 on back-to-back bases loaded walks.
4 walks in the inning.
And David Bell is out. He's taking his hat off. He's been ejected.
Well, David is protecting his pitcher on the mound, but folks, those are balls.
Trying to fight for his pitcher, but at some point, you got to make a pitch. This is the 9th Cubs hitter to come to the plate. The Cubs batted around in each of the first couple of games, with the last couple.
Burleson, roller up the middle, fielded by Horner to the back for one. Got him for the double play. Burleson fired up with the strike 2 call, and he has been thrown out of the game. In a bases loaded situation where the Cardinals cannot capitalize. Still 4-3.
In on the infield, that one squirts away from Alfaro. Here comes Kemp. He tries to elude Alfaro. Jumping tag. He missed. Oh, he got him. Kemp reached above him, touched home plate, and Mark Kotze is probably going to ask for a replay. Or is he saying he's out of the baseline?
Yes, that's what Adam Hammery has decided, is that Tony Kemp is out of the baseline, and they're going to talk about it. Come on, Blue! He makes a decision very quickly to come down the line, and as Alfaro starts to creep in, you can see Tony maybe a foot or so on the infield grass. From there, leaves his feet, gets to home, and touch home plate safely. Mark Kotze here in the first inning is going to take in the last.
Just outstanding placement. 9 strikeouts now for Pivetta. Now Marcotte's out and has a question about Ryan Noda's at bat.
Well, there may have been something said that may have resulted in Ryan Noda's ejection. You could see him. Oh yeah. So he draws the line, or what is perceived to be a drawn line from Emil Jimenez, right there, and Emil says, "Sorry, pal."
We discussed last night, and there's strike 3. Right on the corner, steers rung up. 4th plate umpire Edwin Jimenez. That's a good pitch from Adrian Hauser. There have been worse pitches called already in this game.
On both sides, too. I'm not sure why he's complaining. If I'm Ben Lively in the dugout right now, I'm like, listen, I got a lead and I got a huge zone, man. So let's see how this either. But you have iPads that share everything.
David Bell just started drawing on the plate, and that's going to get Brian O'Nora, the crew chief, in to intervene. Trying to separate David Bell and Edwin Jimenez.
And it's called strike 3, and France is livid. And hopefully an umpire letting him know he just got a fine, and now he just got thrown out. And France is now figuring it out. And the actors getting in between. Now France was not happy with the last at-bat the way that it ended, and this one was even worse.
Yeah, you see it mounting up. Couple fastballs he missed in off the plate. This one well inside as well.
And that's going to be a balk. Second one today called against the Brewers. So Uribe with the balk, Friel goes to second base. Just didn't stop, right? That's what the call was. Got to come set. Jonathan Payne's called 2 balks, one on Peguero and now one on Uribe.
Council's upset, and Tom Payne just throws him out.
Are you not allowed to say anything to these guys anymore?
Ball 2 to Bogarts. Phil Nevin really hollering as he comes out of the dugout, or at least toward the top step of the dugout. Hollering it. Now Jerry Lane has ejected Phil Nevin, who seemed to be waiting for that, waiting for Jerry Lane to turn around so he could go out and get in his face.
For the strikeout should have been against Machado, changed the whole inning around.
And he's got back-to-back strikeouts.
And Jack's saying that's down. We saw him get upset last night. This particular pitch.
Careful.
Somebody got
tossed. That's Andy Haynes, hitting coach. And he's going to get his money's worth now.
And now Andy Fletcher and Mike Napoli getting into it.
Mike Nap's been ejected.
Yeah, he has. What was that about?
Well, Napoli was probably trying to protect Nico because Nico was yelling at Backus. Events that I'm actually hoping that another manager gets tossed. So I'm not the last guy because of the things that I did. And you're hoping.
He's just not getting a good read off of Montgomery. Montgomery, the left-handed pitcher, as soon as he lifts that leg, Cabrera's starting to go back. And his first move.
Well, here comes Aaron Boone. He's arguing about that 3-1 pitch to LeMahieu, I'm sure. Well, he's probably been tossed already because you can't argue balls and strikes. So he's getting his money's worth with Merzel.
Oh, this one gets by Murphy. He can't find it. The Cubs score the tying run.
Did Murphy think this was a foul ball?
I think he did.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh.
For sure. How do you miss that?
Wasn't even close. You think Snit told him, hey, I'm going to be honest, man. I'm not trying to be mean, but ball hit his bat.
Yeah.
We got it on replay.
Well, he's staying relatively calm, at least for the time being. But just clearly a missed call, and it's costing Atlanta. Oh, he has been tossed.
Get him, Snit.
I hope this changes the rule maybe in a game like that. I mean,
like when you're going over all the scenarios, well, if there's a check swing at the plate and it may or may not.
My goodness, this has been a wild break. Bruce Bochy just ejected, but he's not the first. In fact, he's not the second this inning. He's the third Ranger to be ejected in this break. Here's the first.
Yeah, he's talking. You see Marcus there and say, listen, that is ball 4, and frustrated by the call there by Ramon DeJesus, and he gave him a little bit of a leash there at one point, and then you see Mike Maddox coming out to defend.
Mike didn't last very long.
Drew Smith just came out of the bullpen to start the 7th inning. He was stopped and inspected for stickiness. All 4 umpires looked at his hand, and Bill Miller, the crew chief, has just ejected Drew Smith from the game for having too much stickiness. Second time it's happened to the Mets this year. Happened to Max Scherzer earlier this season, and now it has befallen Drew Smith before he can throw a pitch in this game.
Jose tries to go the other way down the left field line, and a diving catch made by Remillard.
I thought that ball
and
bounced.
all the way back to first. Double play ends the inning.
I thought that ball bounced, to be honest with you, out in left field. I'm not so sure.
Sandy is saying go look at it.
Yes, because it looked to me it bounced, and that was if he caught
look
it,
at his
it was
wrist.
a great play.
His wrist got turned the other way too.
He was on the catch.
We got to shake. They made.
They're
both
saying
plays.
he didn't challenge in time.
You kidding me?
Oh my goodness. He's going to call out.
Todd Tishner, he's going to get an earful.
Tito's
from
not going to be here long. He said I had my hands up the whole time.
Tishner threw him out and then immediately walks.
Hits are now even at 5 apiece. The Blue Jays up 2-0 here in the top of the 5th. And who just got thrown out? John Schneider just got thrown out, it looks like.
Or
is he pointing behind him and trying to figure out who was doing the talking?
Yeah, and that's a pretty short fuse for me right there. And the home plate umpire threw somebody out, and I don't know who it is, Ben May. I mean, it wasn't much chirping.
He got some support from the manager, and Visconti didn't want to hear any more of it, going back to the first inning, and there's the heave-ho.
Well, this is Mark Kotsay just making sure he's gonna get his money's worth. I mean, he's been trying to have a conversation with Visconti the entire ball game, whether Visconti wanted to or not.
And 3-2 runner goes, and that is in there. Strike 3, throw down the tag. He's out. That's a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Devers rung up at home plate by Guccione.
The borderline fastball down, called strike.
And Tampa Bay out of the inning. So Rafi Devers stays in the ball game. That's not to be said of the manager, Alex Cora. He has been thrown out. He had a long argument with the home plate umpire, Chris Guccione, when we went to the
3-2 is a called third strike. Astros get that call at the knees. It was close enough with 2 strikes.
And Phil Nevin is now in the face of the home plate umpire, Stu Sherwater. Of course, it's not a strike. Phil Nevin and Stu Sherwater nose to nose as Nevin has his say.
I believe it's bench coach Jeff Bannister. Watch Pavin Smith as Marvin Hudson rings him up to end the inning. Pavin looks back over his shoulder, but you can see Hudson looking into the dugout.
Unfortunately, I think they were good pitches. Maybe borderline pitches, but it appeared to catch the edge of that strike zone, both on Herrera and on Pavin Smith. But as I say many times, everybody watches the game with biased eyes from those dugouts.
As this one sliced down the right field line. Long run for Jake Bauers, nearing the line, and he's able. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it. It's a foul ball. He went sliding. The ball's loose. First base umpire called it foul.
Oh, wait a minute.
The call on the field is overturned. 1 run scores. The batter runner second.
Upset Aaron Boone.
Yeah, and I think what he's saying is the ball was dead. How are we supposed to figure out basically if the run scored once the umpire put his hands up?
And Aaron Boone's just got tossed. That didn't take long.
A little confusion there. Stallings in the home plate umpire, Marvin Hudson.
Well, it looked like he was going to call a violation.
And now Skip Schumacher trying to get a little understanding, and Hudson's going to call the umpiring. Now Stallings is saying, I didn't call time, you did. He did. Jacob Stallings has just been tossed, and I believe Skip got tossed too. But there is a lot of confusion going on here.
Moments ago, Clark Schmidt, starter for the Yankees, surrounded by the umpiring crew, physically examining his glove and hands. It appears that Schmidt was just sent back down into the depths of the dugout, presumably to go clean his hand.
Back out, they checked it, and now whatever substance is gone. But David Bell's issue is, hey, listen, if it's something that he needs to wash off, then it's a violation. And it heated up, and there he goes.
Short edges off of first, the 3-2. Got him. Fastball inner half of the plate, right on the edge for a called third strike. Perfect pitch.
A.J. Hinch is upset at Laz Diaz, and he's going to get tossed because Diaz and Baez were getting into it a little bit. So a beef with the pitch clock right here. It's at 0.
That's a legitimate beef as well, for sure.
And there he goes. I understand the frustration, but too early in the game to get tossed out. The meeting necessary because the Twins had to replace Luplow for Gallo, but now the discussion is continuing between Rocco Baldelli and Carlos Torres.
There, Rocco just got tossed.
About as passive an ejection.
He's got a legit complaint.
Down in the corner. And a 1-2-3-7 for Leclerc. Somebody's been tossed, and I'm not sure who it is. This called third strike was at least in our box. David Popkins, the Twins hitting coach, getting tossed by Corey Blazer because a lot of them tonight have not been in our box.
Oh, here comes Cora. He is out of this game. He's been thrown out. He's been angry tonight at a couple of calls. And frankly, one of the best umpires in baseball behind home plate, but not necessarily having a great night.
Right now, Alex Cora's doing his job. Fire up this club, get this offense going, but we're here.
Once he went back to the iPad, went out to get his money's worth, and unbelievably, and this is not knowing the situation as we look at one of the pitches here, and what could be his last game in a Reds uniform, could be his last game overall, was ejected from that game.
Make sure I get there this year.
3-2 pitch. It's low and in. Ball. Oh, they said he went around. He's going to be out of this game if he keeps this up. He is out of this game. Oh my goodness
gracious.
Oh my. I got to tell you, naked eye, he did not swing at that. Somebody's getting a souvenir.
Yeah, going on what you were saying, David. Yesterday, Bill Miller cut it off early. He said, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And this time, Lance Bauer did. There he goes. I said soon, right?
Yep. Yeah, we just had that feeling. He had that look from the first inning, and, he's trying to protect his players. Well, Lance Bauer not arguing back. I think it's even more frustrating to Boone.
And we saw it last night, Michael, and you mentioned it, and you could just tell some umpiring crews are going to come into a series and they're going to say, you know what, we're going to set the tone early. We're not going to hear anything. First time you hear anything out of the dugout, we're going to warn them, and we're going to have a quick hook.
3-2. And that looked good.
Oh, it sure did. Now you can boo.
Yeah, that's...
That's exactly the pitch that you want there after you saw him foul off that slider. He's way ahead, and
Ben May and Bruce Bochy. Yeah. There goes Boch. And Boch is going to come get a pound of flesh for this. What's the matter with you?
I agree. I think Andrew Heaney executed this pitch exactly where he wanted to. Jonah Heim's so excellent at receiving and made us all think that that pitch was in the strike zone. And Ben May is pretty patient here.
Bouncy ball up the middle, backhanded by Kim. Jump throw, gets him.
Well, Noda going to take an early shower here. He's telling him to leave now. Iasonia, leave now. Ryan Noda. We've seen the zone move around all night. Ryan Noda, give him a piece of his mind here.
Austin Riley's not too happy now.
There comes the grand slam.
You called it.
There comes the grand slam.
Wouldn't it be something if he hit it with you up here in the booth?
I will love it. I called it from the beginning, but you know, watching Ozzie grow as the person he is, I saw him. Oh, Snake just got thrown out.
He did.
And now he is out there talking to Bill Miller down the first base line.
He might just want to be coming up and join us in the booth.
Yeah, maybe he wants to be a part of this. Folks, this place is in a frenzy. Brian Snitker got ejected by Bill Miller, and then
Swing and a miss of the breaking ball. Strikeout number 6 for J.P. Sears. Oh no, what do we got here? Can't afford to get him thrown out of the game. Good job by Gino to walk him away. Scott Service coming over.
Well, it appeared that Jared just walking back to the dugout. The umpire must have said something to him.
All right, so he's walking
He's
away.
frustrated.
Yeah, it looked like the umpire said something. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
So I think he must have gotten tossed right away, and that's why Jared was so upset.
Time zone.
Yeah, not counting the first series of the season in Chicago, first 2 road trips out to the West Coast. That's tough duty.
Willie Adames thought he had called timeout, wasn't granted, and then the pitch was right around his letters, and
just called.
Yeah, an automatic strike on Willie Adames, and Craig Counsell is coming out as well. Not pleased with Adam Beck, the home plate umpire, and Craig Counsell just got run. Control of the situation, it felt like. There's strike 3. Maria gets out of the inning. Willie Adames is still upset with Adam Beck. And Willie Adames just got run. Pat Murphy intervening.
Well, Q got tossed for the first time in his Royal managerial career. That pitch was off the plate, no doubt about it. And, you know, just got through talking about, man, you got to swing, you got to hack, or don't let him ring you up. And the pitch was down, and Q let him have it. Good for him.
It's a nice look. And Luis Robert gets hit. The party was on in the dugout, and then suddenly everybody's like, wait, what's going on here? I think we have warnings. And now Pedro Grifol just got thrown out of the game.
By Marvin Hudson again.
Again. See, okay. That's wild.
I think the one thing that Pedro is arguing is that, look, if you think that it was intentional.
Whack it.
On the outside corner, second time that he's rung up Eric Haas looking 2 away. And Haas is arguing right now with Nick Lentz, the home plate umpire. A.J. Hinch has to intervene quickly. And then A.J. Hinch gets tossed.
Get your money worth now.
He will.
Maybe they got some thinkers, keep him in there.
But you just hope that guys are still allowed to have some debate.
Another 0-2 from Martin to Muncy. And strike 3. Muncy tosses the bat in disgust. Jason Hayward trying to get in between, and Max Muncy's been thrown out of the game by Jordan Baker. And now Roberts has been run.
It looks low. It's about shin high. So you can't get thrown out for throwing your bat. It's got to be some word, because there's a fine for throwing equipment, but it's not an ejection.
Called strike 3, another one on an edge. And that's going to do it for Jorge Soler today. He gets thrown out by Bill Miller. And Skip Schumacher, who was ejected Monday night, now having words with another home plate umpire.
You got to understand why Skip Schumacher's out there, because he's saying, no, you can't just throw a guy out for that.
And it really dovetails into the discussion. That's going to do it for Skip now, too.
Strike 3, Volpe down looking. He does not like that call.
What's the fact that the catcher set up in and had to reach away and still got the call, but it's in the box. 95-mile-an-hour cutter. The Yankees have had enough.
I'm sure that Boone's been thrown out. And Diaz giving it as good as he's getting it, but Boone getting his money's worth. showing the pitch that is being caught. And then he's mimicking Laz Diaz. 4 Yankees have been called out on strikes tonight.
Balk?
Balk. Yeah, Snell wants to know what he did. He is yelling out at first base umpire Gabe Morales. And now Ruben Abel is coming out. Snell's going to walk right over to the first base umpire to ask. He's saying you were in the stretch when he went to pitch count. And he's been tossed.
Snell's been tossed?
The Abel. So the crew chief, Dan Iasanya, has become involved. He's come over from third base as Abel has been.
And that is a called third strike, and Blanco is furious. And Ben May just threw out Blanco. We'll see how he feels when he watches the replay later tonight. But that's a terrible time to extend the lot more pressure on the players in uniform than there are on the umpires. And now Matt Quatrero gets thrown out.
After we went to break, Jordan Walker gets punched down on this pitch, down under the zone again from home plate umpire Brendan Miller. Walker upset about it, very similar to the pitch that Contreras got thrown out on. Brendan Miller's got his ears out because he's looking for trouble. Jordan Walker.
They're going away the pitch. He struck him out, and Contreras is ejected from the game. Contreras just got thrown out. He's going to draw the strike zone. He's going to toss the bat too. Frustration boiling over in the Cardinals 7. Hitters hate when the bat is taken out of their hands, and Contreras, as we said a moment ago, has had the best view behind the plate. One pitch that didn't go Wainwright's way led to a big Pirates inning. 2 pitches in that sequence were low, and Contreras swung and missed and got thrown out of the game. And now Oliver Marmol is going to get tossed as well, and he's still getting his money's worth with Brendan Miller.
Well, this escalated quickly here, and Wilson Contreras, he came out for a little bit more.
So happy 84th. Oh, Hoberg angry and pointing to the Red Sox dugout. Cora, who was thrown out over the weekend in the Yankees series for the 3rd time this year. Very calm here. Pat Hoberg had heard enough from somebody in the Red Sox dugout.
Yeah, I think that's what Alex was like. You threw me out?
It's Verdugo.
They take off, and that is in there as he came at 96. And another conversation by a Red Sox hitter with Valentine. And a strand 2, but the Red Sox lead it 2-1.
Oh, there we go. That ball's down, and Cora let him have it, let him know. It's been going on here now for some time. That ball, strike 3. That's a big pitch. He had bases loaded, 2 outs. Valentine calls a ball that he hasn't called a strike all day long. Cora goes out, lets him know about it, and gets tossed.
Well, you and I were talking in between breaks a couple innings ago that this was one of the days it looked like Alex Cora could well be tossed out. He has been, even though his team has the lead, and the Red Sox.
3-2 from Bolton. That's up. And somebody's been ejected. It's Derek Shelton, I think. He's letting them have it. And Chad Fairchild. Oscar Marin has been ejected. We're getting an announcement.
Corner of your screen. This may not end well. Adam Beck is the third base umpire. And the pitch on the inside corner. Strike 3 called. Alec Bohm. He's just been fined. Fortunately, that's it right now.
And there he goes.
And now he's thrown out of this ball game as he slams his helmet down. That does not happen for Alec Bohm. The pitch, according to our box, was a hair in.
That ain't a strike.
It's not a strike.
That's strike 3.
Oh my gosh.
Now Bryce has got to be careful because I don't know if McKay will give him any latitude here. He just waved him off. Rob Thompson, Rob's going to be thrown out of this game. There he goes. And rightfully so. I mean, this is a tight time of the game. Got to bear down.